And hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of The Zone. TV movie entertainment with me, your host Jonathan, once again bringing you my thoughts and review for the brand new Eddie Murphy film Coming to America, or Coming to America 2. So, Coming to America 2 takes place literally years after the original events. Eddie Murphy's character is now king of his country. I almost said Wakanda. I apologize. That would have been funny. There was a lot of similarity to this movie, kind of like to what Black Panther is, and yeah, Black Panther Forever. Anyway, so we get Eddie Murphy's character. You know, his father has. Let's just say something happens to his father, played by James Earl Jones, who has returned. A lot of the original cast had returned, which is awesome. So let's just say something happened to his father. I'm not going to spoil it. And that pretty much makes Eddie Murphy next in line for the throne to become the king of his country. So, you know, he's getting ready. He has 3 beautiful daughters. He has his wife, you know, living the life of luxury, doing all, you know, king stuff. And then, of course, he finds out that he has a unlimited child in America that he has no idea about. I would say the actual name that they say, but I don't want to get in trouble here, so I'm not going to say it. But it begins with a B. Anyway, so he finds out about the child, goes back to America to find him. Get it? Goes back to America. Anyway, he goes back there to find his son, and his son's an average young teenage kid, you know, trying to find, well, not really teenage, he's more of like 30 years old, trying to find, you know, his way of life. And his mother's played by Leslie Jones, which is, I love her. She's hilarious. Anyway, he finds out that his father is this king of this country, and then he decides, you know what? Let me take a shot at it and see if, you know, what clicks. You haven't been in my life for so long, but hey, you got money. Let's bond, pops. So they all go off to back to his country, and that's where pretty much the things and the story takes place. So we see Eddie Murphy trying not only to bond with his son, but also try to be a fair king. Now that he has an heir to the throne, who's a boy, because apparently he can't have his daughters take over. And then, you know, he starts putting his son through these trials to see if he's ready to become king. And then, of course, things all go kind of like downhill when the bad guy of the movie shows up, played by Wesley Snipes, which, great to see Wesley Snipes in movies again. I like him a lot. I think he's cool. Good actor. Anyway, and he's like this dictator who's kind of like a neighboring country or neighboring part of the country that they're in. And, you know, I would say he's kind of like, how can I put this? He wants what the king has. He wants power. Yeah, he has power. He's also kind of like the king's like general, and he has like his own country, like a small country, and he wants more power. So he wants that. So he kindly suggests that they should have a arranged marriage between his daughter and, of course, the king's, Eddie Murphy's character's new son. And then, of course, the things start to escalate from there. And then the whole movie is literally about Eddie Murphy, not, you know, his character, you know, not trying to follow in the footsteps of his father, but be his own king, be his own man, and, you know, do what's best for his family, not just for the kingdom. You know what I mean? So, you know, he ends up learning that lesson at the end of the film. And, yeah, the film itself was actually fun. I actually enjoyed this film. It's not as good as the original. The original will always be great. I love that movie so much. But, you know, this one had some good laughs in it. You had some good casting in here. A lot of the original cast members from the original movie came back. One little thing here, and not a spoiler because it didn't happen. Samuel L. Jackson did not return in this film, so that's a little disappointing. But no, he did not come back. But some of the other cast members that I didn't even expect to come back came back. James Earl Jones came back. I believe the actress who played his girlfriend in Eddie Murphy's girlfriend in the first film came back. I think that was her. But I'm probably mistaken, but I'm not really sure. Anyway, came back. Arsenio came back. He was great. You got Leslie Jones joining the cast, and that she was funny. She plays the Eddie Murphy's son's mother, so she was gold in this. And like I said, this movie was a lot of fun. Good funny moments. I feel like some of the comedy was a little bit too 90-ish in a way. It tried to be okay. We get it. We're in 2021, but yet we want to do 90s jokes. Sometimes it works, and then sometimes it's like hit or miss. And you know what? A lot of it did, but there are also some jokes that I'm pretty sure today's society probably wouldn't accept. But depending on how you look at it, I guess. But you know what? I still had fun with this film. It's not gonna. It probably won't be a cult classic in 10, 15 years from now. It probably will never beat the original for what the original one was when it first came out, because that original movie was so, at that point, original, because we never seen anything like that at that point, And for me, in this film, it kind of reminded me a lot of Black Panther, actually. You have a king, and then another king shows up, and then you have somebody who's heir to the throne, but then you realize, is that person worthy to be the king? But then something else happens, and that really happens, and then it just felt like that. So to me, it just felt like that in small capacities, but it was still enjoyable. I enjoyed it. I will probably watch it again. It's on Amazon Prime. If you don't have Amazon Prime, you might have to go get the weekly free trial to check this movie out, or if it come out on DVD or whatever. But it's enjoyable. I had a good time with it. I love Eddie Murphy. I think he's still hilarious to this day. Him bringing back his characters, how he will always dress up as other characters, and help, like how he did with Nutty Professor, things like that. He's so good at that. He was always good at that. The makeup was on par when he had to play the old guys from the barbershop. That was great. Eddie Murphy, to me, he's still good. A lot. We haven't really seen Eddie Murphy in movies that much. I honestly thought he retired years ago, but I guess they must have begged him to come back to do this movie. But it was a lot of fun watching this, and it brought back memories. And then we watched the original too. Man, the original was so good too. So yeah, watch the first one if you've never seen these movies, and then watch the second one. You'll appreciate it. So leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about Coming to America, and did you guys enjoy it? Not enjoyed it? You guys fans of the original? Do you think it's played out? Leave me a comment below. Let me know. Thank you very much, and have a good day.